I started working on an app with Claude. It's called Apropros. It's either appropriate prose or it's apropos of nothing. I don't know yet which one it is, but I basically told Claude to interview me for an hour about all of the books, movies, television that I like and why, and what I don't like and why. And then I said, build me a taste model. And the taste model came out, and I was like, this is exactly right. And then I gave it 10 other books and movies and television series that we hadn't talked about, and it nailed 9 of 10 in terms of predicting whether or not I would like them or not. Okay. And so I'm sort of toying around with publishing this, not trying to sell it, just publishing it for other people to use. But you can imagine a scenario where you talk to your AI, it models your preferences, and then it looks at a database of serial fiction, of which, I know there's places like, Fixstack and stuff that are trying to create archives of serial fiction, but I don't think anybody's really done it justice yet. But you can imagine an AI that's out there scouring the world for serial fiction, and when it finds something that matches your taste model, it comes back, it drags it back to the cave and says, you should read the first chapter of this.
It's not even for serial fiction, it's for everything.
Yeah.
Right? There's we each have a master profile, right? Of all of our digital engagement. And we can talk about privacy and the power of convenience. And we don't want the AI overlord to know everything about us. But just in our public domain stuff, there's more than enough to do this. And I think the reason it's not happening goes back to the end-shitification scenario I was talking earlier. Sci-fi writer, Dvorak, right? His name. He coined the term end-shitification. So first we screw the user, then we screw the advertiser, right? Because we're creating a monopoly. They have no choice. And those pharmaceutical companies who are spending hundreds of millions of dollars on direct-to-consumer advertising that flies over the head and between the legs of 99.998% of the viewers is money. And I think that is one of the obstacles, that the archaic, old school, traditional, and shitified ways have an entrenched infrastructure. And the technology, which is self-evident, not only to you and me, but just about everyone else, that we can do far better at this kind of targeting, is yet to pop. But it's inevitable. Talk about your teleology and your Hegelian inevitability of morality. I'm going to posit that I don't believe that's true, but I will say eventually we're going to get there. You're going to be a content creator.